Hello everyone, welcome back if you are a returning subscriber, and if you are new stopping by here, hi there, my name is JoJo. On this channel I share with you all our family's journey through budgeting with the goal of attaining financial freedom. And in today's video I'm going to be forecasting paycheck number 1 for the month of April. We are paycheck by paycheck, zero-based cashless budgeters, and we do also use a velocity banking system. And where I always start is right here with this calendar view. It helps me to see where money's expected to flow in and where it's going to be flowing out. I'm going to start by putting a cloud around our income, or when money is going to be coming in, or paychecks. And then all of the check boxes listed here are our fixed expenses. I don't put our variable expenses or transactions during my weekly check-ins on here. I have a separate sheet where I track those. I just did my week 3 check-in for paycheck number 2 for the month of March yesterday, if you want to see how I do my weekly check-ins. But I do have this notes section as well. It helps me especially to prepare for financial things like birthdays and holidays, or vacations, if the kids are on break, things like that, upcoming events. And now I'm just going to highlight all of the fixed expenses or bills that this paycheck is expected to cover, and it'll be covering bills from the 9th until the 22nd. I realized I forgot to tell you guys last month what my word of the month was. I had just completely spaced it, but I do have a word of the month. It's been probably 3 years, maybe going on 4 years that I've been doing this, but I started it when I was in yoga. My instructor is the one who had kind of given me that idea, and it was to help us to focus on our breathing, have an intention, and that sort of thing. So every month I have an intention and breathe in that intention and then exhale the opposite of that intention, or kind of the negative energy that would contribute or prevent me from attaining that state of being, I guess. So my word of the month moving into April is prioritize. And I had seen this really cool quote. It was that to not try to prioritize your schedule or things that are on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities instead. And my schedule are routines and things that I want to accomplish for the day, for the month, the kind of person that I want to be, taking care of myself, being a good mom, a good wife, and maintaining the home, also being active in my job, those sort of things. I just felt like I was just pulled in a lot of different directions, and I have different priorities within those areas. I obviously can't do everything, and I felt like I was becoming overwhelmed by how little time I had to do everything. I do time block, and you guys, I have been so bad about it. I need to get back into it, but this is my time blocking right here. Let me see if I can find the last time. Yeah, this was my attempt, and I did not finish it, but let me see. I might have already gotten rid of them. Let's see. Yeah, I did. But I do on my Instagram, linked below, have little shorts of my time blocking. But I feel like this is where I can schedule my priorities, figure out what is it that I want to accomplish for that day. What are the things that I have to do? Like, I will be at work for certain periods of time. There's like meetings, the kids' practices for t-ball and softball that are required. And then I have some workout classes that I enjoy going to, and things that kind of need to be maintained within the house that I'm going to put on here as well. And then just kind of some to-dos, and then my filming schedule, editing, that sort of thing. So my goal for this month is to be more intentional with doing my time blocking so that I can schedule my priorities and not feel overwhelmed. Okay, so that is my word of the month for April. And now that we have all of our bills highlighted, we know what Paycheck 1 is covering. We're going to switch over to the Paycheck Budget sheet and plug in all the numbers. All right, here we are at the Paycheck Budget sheet, and I actually need to open back to April because you know I am definitely not going to be remembering the dates of things. Let's see, and then I had chosen blue as my highlight color, and I coordinate my pen color on my Paycheck Budget sheet with the highlight color. And this is for Paycheck number 1. The dates that Paycheck is covering that I had said was April 9th until the 22nd. Okay, and income 1, it should be deposited on the 8th. And I usually underestimate this paycheck at $2,870, but with how deductions have changed with this paycheck, it's been coming in like $20 less than that. So what I'm gonna now underestimate it at is $2,850. Because I do like to have this be underestimated, our income, and then our fixed expenses be overestimated, so I have this cushion. Because I like to have a pleasant surprise at the end of closing out the paycheck. And then Paycheck 2 is $1,000. We are also expecting Paycheck 3, and that will be on the 21st, and that is for $915. And now what we'll do is add all of these together. So we have $3,850 plus $915, and that is looking like $4,765 for income or paycheck number 1. Next is all of the fixed expenses, and those are all of the check boxes that we highlighted on the calendar view. When you add all of these together, that totals $1,655.61. Next is our variable expenses. We are a family of 5 and we own a home. We have pets. We also commute with our vehicles. So that's how our variable expenses came to be with our life. For groceries, I budget $400 to last us 2 weeks. Eating out and entertainment gets $100. Household and pets, $125. Gas, it has gone up. You guys, I think I'm just going to kind of ride it out with the gas prices. I'm not going to adjust this just yet because it's really gone up and down so much anyways with different things that we've been doing week to week. And then my husband and I each get $80 of spending money. Our kids, we allocate $20. And this can be anything from snacks or treats at the gas station to going out with a friend, anything like that. All of these comes to $995. Next is the sinking funds table, and I did mention at the beginning of the video that we are Velocity bankers, or we follow a Velocity banking system. So our sinking funds, it's about almost $7,000 that we have in our sinking funds currently. I'll leave a link to my most recent sinking fund closeout video if you guys want to check it out. And then I do also have a Velocity banking series if you want to see more on that. But this is just where I track transactions, whether it's a contribution or it's a purchase from within any one of the categories that I have. And I do this during my weekly check-ins. So I'm just going to say this is for week 1 and week 2. And This sinking funds, really, you can store them in a high yield savings account, in a checking account, and then deciding on whatever system you're using for your budget when you want to pull money from that category. Is it physical cash that you need to deposit in the bank in real time? Or is it a savings account that you need to transfer money from, or a checking account that you have a separate debit card for that you make those purchases with? There are so many options for how to handle your sinking funds. Really, with any budget, it's personal finance, you guys, and just figure out a system that works best for you. And even if you find one that works best for you, part of being part of this community that I love so much is all of the different styles and ideas that people have. And even if I feel like something is working well for me, to not get stuck in a rut and maybe open my eyes to a different option for my budget and our finances. Because it's your money, you work hard for it. Your money should work hard for you instead of you working so hard to hold on to your coins, you know? So that's just some options for sinking funds. I do usually get a lot of questions on those. And you guys, once you get your budget going, having sinking funds, this is really where I think we had gone so astray in our budgeting before, that we did not have sinking funds set up because we kept having unbudgeted things, feeling like we were constantly broke. But this way we have these little mini savings accounts that we add money to month, and it's a lot less stressful, and that money's there, and I feel a lot more confident having that money with a designated purpose. Okay, so I love sinking funds, if you can't tell, but sinking funds are where it's at, y'all. Next is our debt, and let me pull in, I can't really fill out a whole lot on here, but I will pull in my Paycheck One budget. This was my, oh no, that was, never mind, let's see. Oh, here it is. That's Paycheck One for March. This is Paycheck Two for March. And this is where I did my weekly check-in with all these actuals. But I'm just going to transcribe some info here. So our cell phones, this is one cell phone and a Gizmo watch. We have $37.50 added to our cell phone budget every month to pay for those devices. And they're not being paid with this paycheck. So the ending balance is going to be the new beginning balance for paycheck number 2. And that's $249.96. And then once this cell phone bill clears, that $37.50 is added into that bill amount, and I'll just subtract it from the balance, this beginning balance. Next is our HELOC, and this is also known as our student loan. That's where that velocity banking strategy comes in, and its designated minimum payment for us is $610. That's kind of what has snowballed. Our snowball is roughly, and that I actually cannot write a beginning, because how we zero out our budget is whatever money is left over at the end of paycheck 2, that gets thrown at debt. So this actual number is going to drop down here and be subtracted from this amount and become the ending balance, which will then be plugged into the beginning balance for this paycheck. Okay, that is all I can fill out for now. This student loan, as I said, is paid off. And that is going to wrap up this. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot. I did this last time too. I don't know why I forget this cash flow. That is probably one of the more important parts of the budget, is how much money do you have left after you spend it on bills and variable expenses. So $47.65 is our income, and then our bills, we are expecting to pay $1655.61, and our variable expenses are back to $995, and that means we have a rollover of $2,114.39. So paycheck 1 gets entirely rolled over to paycheck 2 just as a cushion if anything crazy happens during the month, I have that money kind of sitting there as my buffer. And then it also helps out Paycheck too for some bigger bills like mortgage and things like that. But that's going to wrap up this budget forecast video, you guys. If you are enjoying the contents of the channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you along with me on this journey, and I would love to hear how your budgeting journey is going as well. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That's going to be the last video for this week. I will see you guys back here next week for my week 4 check-in for paycheck number 2. We're going to be closing out that paycheck and paying down more debt. Bye everybody. Have a great week.